if you're in Populi, when you're logged into Populi, into our online campus, and you look at the top of the screen over on the left-hand side, you'll see the word library right there. Click on that. Okay? When you click on that, it takes you right to the catalog. And you can search the catalog right there. You find a book, say, that's the book I want to check out. When you open up that record, there is a picture of the cover of the book on the left-hand side of the screen. Right underneath that picture is a button that says hold. Push the button. Okay? There may be a little box that comes up to about where to put it on, but all you're going to need to do is whatever comes up, say okay. That's it. You're done. Okay? That puts the book that you want on a list. My staff print out the list, go get the books, check them out to you, put them in a box, and mail them to you. In that box, there's a sheet that tells you when it's due. By the way, you can check out books for 4 weeks at a time and renew them 3 times. If you do the math, that means if you checked out a book
3
first
3
if you checked out a book the first week of class and you properly used your renewals, you don't have to return it until the semester's over. Okay? So we also include a return shipping label. We pay the shipping to get you the books. You pay to send them back. When you're done, put them in the same box. Put the return shipping label on top of the original label on that box. Take it down to the post office and send it back media mail. Okay? $2.80 is the current media mail rate. That's what it costs. And that's literally all there is to it. Okay?
Makes you simple.
I know, isn't it? Our databases, that website I told you about, library.ilt.edu. If you're looking, you will see tabs for ebooks, periodicals, reference, and research databases. So you're looking for books. Go in pretty much all of the courses you're going to be taking. The ebook Religion and Philosophy collection, which is about a collection of about 10,000 volumes, is going to be your first starting place. But you just go in there, you run a search. Now it's going to ask you to log in when you click that to go into that database. Your login is exactly the same as your Populi login, and if it's already saved on your web browser, it will recognize that it's the same thing and it'll put it in. You just go right in. Okay? And if you, by the way, if you also happen to be already logged into Populi at the time, it won't even ask you to log back in because it'll see that you're already logged in. It'll just take you in there. Okay? But you can search for the book. If that's a book that looks like it's going to be of interest to you, you don't have to wait for it. You have it instantly. It's right there, the full text of the book. Okay? That one database, over 10,000 volumes. The academic ebook collection that we have in there is over 250,000 volumes. That one, and there is approximately 40,000 volumes in there that are religious or philosophical in nature. So there's this really significant collection in there. The big collection, of course, is the Internet Archives, which is a publicly accessible website. I recommend you go, and I provide a link to it, but I recommend you go there and set up your own user account. They're free, they don't cost anything. But there are over 20 million sources saved there, all available to you. And they are scanned in, digitized, and uploaded into there by university libraries, like this one. We haven't started that because we don't have the funding to do that kind of work, but all of that's accessible to you. So a lot of it is just accessible freely. You can just, boom, you got it, got the whole. Some of it requires that you actually check it out for an hour at a time, and as long as no one wants it, needs it, you can keep working with it, and that's what you use your account for. But we also have access to all the major theological periodical indexes. We've got all of that under periodicals. We've got the Philosopher's Index with full text. All the major philosophical journals in the world. We've got Academic Search Elite, which has literally thousands of academic journal sources. We're talking about hundreds of millions of articles, all available to you. Under ebooks, I told you the ebook tab. One of the sources on there is the Luther Werke. That's the Weimar edition of Luther's works. The WA. You go in there, the entire Weimar Augsburger. That's Luther's works that's the critical edition of Luther's works in German and Latin. Okay, all of that is right there. It's the most authoritative collection and exhaustive collection of Luther's works.
Is it available in English?
No, it's only in German and Latin. The search interfaces are in English, but the critical, when you get a critical edition of any work, it is always in the original language. Now, Luther's works in English, we've got the full set here. If there's anything that you need, if it's in English translation, we can get it for you. We also have the St. Louis edition, which is the edition put out by the Missouri Synod years ago, which is the entire collection of Luther's works in German. So we have all of that. And we also have what's called the Vogel cross-reference. What that means is, if you come to me and you say, I have this citation in the WA, can I get this in English? That's all you have to say. You give me that citation. So here it is, but I need it in English. If it's available in English, then it will be listed in the Vogel cross-reference. It's a book that all it does is it says, okay, let's go to every section of the Weimar, and I'll find the section that you've cited. If it's in English translation, it'll tell me where it is, and then I can go get that volume and send it to you.
Well, I'm gonna need that because I'm currently enrolled, it doesn't start till August, but I'm currently enrolled in the History of Christian Thought 2.
Okay.
Which is Middle Ages.
Yes.
I'm gonna go get the car.
Is that Kilpriest?
Where's your?
Yeah,
where's
that's
your
good.
desk?
Yeah.
On the end down here.
Yeah, I had him for
Come down here, right over here at the corner of the building.
early
Okay.
Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But,
They